So as you're aware, we've had an ongoing review of academic programs, or more specifically of the resourcing of academic programs in the Division of Humanities, and that has been essentially precipitated by a sustained decline in student numbers since 2010. As the data we're providing to you shows, we've gone from over 5,900 Fs, or their equivalent full-time students, to around 4,800. That's likely we will be at the end of the year. Now that, by any measure, is a really significant reduction, and it has very real implications. Many of our academic units, but not all of them, many, but not all of them by any means, have lost a considerable percentage of students, and as a result, they're costing a lot more to run than the income that they are generating, which is a result, again, basically of a lack of alignment between current staffing levels and current student numbers. The changes that will take shape and will be implemented in some parts of the division over the coming months are designed to reduce that gap between cost and income, especially in those departments, but at the same time, those changes will allow us, they'll be designed to allow us to continue our teaching across all our current areas of activity. Okay? It is very important to understand that this strategy is designed to minimise the impact of any changes on our current students. All students currently enrolled in programs in the division will be able to pursue them to completion. So in the coming weeks, we are planning to initiate formal management of change processes for the following units: music, languages and cultures, history, and there's likely to be some subsequent change to art history, which is also in the same unit, English and linguistics, anthropology and archaeology. So those are the 5 units. The majority of our programs are not facing change, and we will work very hard to minimise the impact of changes on students where those changes are actually implemented. I think it's probably helpful if I just briefly explain what a management of change process is. We'll begin those processes actually by having briefing meetings, which aren't formally part of the process, but to allow staff in the affected areas to understand what the nature of the processes are. And those briefing meetings actually begin today. The formal processes themselves are built around the presentation of a document, a change proposal to staff, who then are able to respond to the proposed configuration and new level of staffing for the program or for the department. The process is genuinely consultative, and staff feedback can definitely shape the final approach that we might take. So that's a genuine and open process of engagement. So after we've gone through that, then we initiate change. So there's a consultation phase before any change is actually implemented. And we hope that we can work through those processes in the 5 impacted units quite promptly, and that we'll be able to do so in the coming months, hopefully completing that work probably by November, approximately. Understanding that these are large and complex processes with a lot of people affected, and we need to make sure that we don't rush them. So we are facing transformed circumstances, but those conditions are not unique, nor are they isolated to our university or to our nation. We are responding to those pressures. We need to implement change, but those processes will be unsettling, they will be difficult, and they will be stressful for many of our staff. These difficult steps are, however, essential to put the division on the best possible foundation to face the future, and they will help ensure that we're able to continue producing excellent graduates and generating new knowledge that helps everyone understand our communities and the world that we live in.